Good afternoon. This is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest doing a video review of property address 7109 Southeast 71st Avenue in Portland. This is a video that was made just about 3-4 months ago. And as a preface here, I've been doing sewer scopes for 13 years. I've cambered almost 25,000 sewer lines at this point in my career. So, anyhow, with that level of experience, knowing this video was just a few months ago, and being that there was no major construction overhauls in that span of time, if I were buying this house, this video would satisfy myself just fine. The only other thing that would change the structure of this line in that span of time would be an extreme environmental circumstance like an earthquake, which has obviously not happened. So it's highly unlikely that anything has changed in that span of time. No construction debris should have gotten to the sewer line or anything of that sort. So anyway, I've watched this video multiple times here. We are currently in 6-inch PVC pipe. That was the main connection where we started at. I trimmed off the first portion of the video just so you weren't watching a bunch of nonsense, him struggling to get the camera all the way out to the main. It's a very arduous access point to go through. And there is actually a sewer cleanout, which I'll point out as we get closer in. This line is fabulous looking. It is absolutely spotless clean. There is not a speck of debris buildup. It hardly looks like humans have even lived in this house. It's so clean. Structurally, the line is in fantastic condition. Every joint is sealed up tight. Right here, I believe we're getting close to where the transition joint is right there. That's where the line goes from 4-inch ABS to 6-inch PVC. And those transitions, being that is white PVC out there, I imagine this is a little bit older update. That typically takes place at the street curb, if not at the right-of-way. And this line is from basically the basement area onto the main is all fully updated. You do have some interior 4-inch cast iron that's in great shape. I've already looked at that. Clean and clear. The line has got an amazing pitch to it. At most, the line is running at about a 25 to 45 degree angle because the line leaves the basement about 4 feet above the basement floor and is grading to a main lateral that is designed to handle homes where lines leave the basement at basement floor level. So that allows you to put a very hard slope on the sewer line, which keeps stuff shooting through the line at a very high rate of speed, which is great for flow. It helps keep the line clean. And under the circumstance where a line does get a blockage, that creates an incredible amount of head pressure, and it makes it less likely the line would actually back up. It's more likely that blockage will break loose naturally, if that even does occur. And as this line currently sits, there's no reason that would happen unless the line was being abused. Anyway, at this point, line's all drained out, obviously, and that's how we want it. This gives us the best view of everything. So what you're inheriting here is about as good as a sewer line can possibly be. I mean, not only structurally is it in great shape, but it's very rare to get a line that is this clean. And to keep it this clean, it requires essentially one simple living habit, and that's not putting grease and cooking oil down the line. These people are doing that in spades, and it's a great habit to keep up with. It helps to resist debris from hanging up in the line. It creates for sticky conditions that are much more likely to cause debris to hang up. So I recommend keeping that habit up like these past homeowners have. And here in a moment, we're going to go past a tie-in on the outside of the home, and that does appear to be the sewer cleanout access. Anytime a line is fully updated like this, and when it gets permitted, that has to be in place so the line won't get passed off. The only other explanation for it could be a storm system connection, which is highly unlikely being that there's no storm pipe that drops down that side of the house. Anyway, the reason it's difficult to hunt down is the line leaves the house, makes a turn, and then the cleanout comes into play. Unlike most homes, the cleanout's usually immediately outside the foundation wall in line with where it leaves the house. In this case, it's after the line makes a turn. So it just makes it a trickier one to hunt down without already knowing that. That's it right there. That's the tie-in for the cleanout access. So the only debris in the sewer line in general is a little bit of rust flake you can see in the flow line. And that stuff just came from running the camera down the roof vent. It runs into pipe that never sees water flow, and so it rattles a little bit of rust flake loose, and that stuff will move on its way. It's insignificant as it sits anyhow. And as a general route, as you face the home from the street, the line exits out the left side of the home about mid-span up the left side, makes a turn, and shoots straight out to the road underneath the driveway area, and the line does come out right about where the hose bib is at on that side of the home. Or the spigot, depending on what verbiage you're used to. Now he's going to reel the camera out of the sewer line there. The line has great flow end to end. I could hardly nitpick this line if I tried to. Structurally, it is in great shape, spotless clean, and functioning properly at this time. That's a line to be proud of right there. And this is the pipe some of that rust came from. You can that cast iron is incredible condition. I mean, by and large, it is amazingly smooth. Essentially zero rust. The only part where there's any rust at all is in the vent area where it's just airflow that moves through the pipe. That's a normal thing. So anyway, thanks for using SewerTech Northwest here for your video review. Have a happy holidays and happy new year.